Alright, now we're gonna go through the Huntsman's Copse. So up here, there'll be two non-hostile hollows. Here, there'll be a hostile one in this little cave, and there'll be another hostile one right here. There will also be some poison moths that you have to shoot with your bow. There'll be one up on that mushroom right there. There'll be one down there. And then there will also be one on the ledge below. And there'll also be a torch hollow right here, and another non-hostile hollow right here. And you can drop down in this cave. You can drop down on these mushrooms. And you should roll onto this ledge right here. There'll be a poison moth right here, like I said. And this item at the end is Monastery Charm and a Soul of Proud Knight. You can drop down onto this mushroom, and in this watery area down here there will be a torch hollow and a giant basilisk, and you should kill the giant basilisk as much as you can because they will drop 3 large Titanite charge each time you kill them. And then this chest has Ricard's Rapier. And then this wall is a hidden wall that you have to open up. And in here there will be a hollow hanging from this ledge right here. And this item is Large Soul of a Nameless Soldier. We can take this cage lift up. And up here, this is another hidden wall that you have to open up. And then this large room, there will be quite a few enemies in here. There will be an enemy here. Another enemy like it here, I believe. There will be 2 hollows hanging in this circle. There will be another hollow somewhere over here, down here. A hollow hanging from this ledge up here. Hollow in this outcropping right here. Items down here, Large Soul of a Nameless Soldier and a life gem. And over here is Bandit's Knife. And there's this ladder in this corner. And then up here there will be 2 more enemies. I think they're bandits, I'm not sure what they're called, but there'll be one right here, and then one will jump up from here as well. And you can drop down here, and this item is a poison moss and life gem. And then you can drop down again. And this tree trunk will not be down when you first come here. I'll explain that in a little bit. But when you first come here, you'll be going up this staircase that I just came down. And then when you get over here, a bandit will drop behind you, and also a hollow will drop down here as well. And then going in this doorway, you're on the other side of the large room out we were just in. Through this door will be 2 bandits, one right behind it and one over here. And then here, on this part, there will be a bandit right here waiting to ambush you, guarding a cracked red eye orb. And there is an item over there that you have to be careful about getting to, and yeah, you have to, it's hard to get to that item. You have to, jumping isn't safe. Jumping isn't very safe, but I think it's the only way you actually can get to it. But from where I was up there, you can climb down this ladder. There's a bonfire in here, and you can kick down this tree trunk to create a shortcut. We're gonna try to get that item though. Now the best way to go about it is jumping this way. But yeah, you gotta land on this little thing right there, because if you don't, you can't get the item. So, oh, and then jumping down here, this is another way to get to that the lower section of the cave. Which we're gonna have to go through again because I fucked up the jump. Bro. Yeah, like, that roll is what gets you. There we go. So this corpse has a Pharaoh's Lockstone and a token of fidelity. We wanted the Pharaoh's Lockstone because we're gonna have to use Pharaoh's Lockstones on Pharaoh's contraptions later in the game, so. Alright, now we can actually move on now that we've gotten that item. So in this forest area that's coming up here, there will be a hollow right here and a torch hollow here. There'll be hollows hanging off this bridge from each side. Would be an enemy right here behind this tree, and this item here, large soul of the lost undead and a small orange burr. And across this bridge will be a large enemy. Don't worry about the hollow running away from you. But there will be a large enemy there for you to kill. Another torch hollow right here. There will be 2 hollows in here with Morningstar and a large soul nameless soldier. There is a summon sign for Bashful Ray, which we can use for the boss. There will be another large enemy right here guarding an aromatic ooze. A forlorn can also invade you over here. And this item down here is a life gem. Oh, there'll also be a poison moth up there, up in one of these trees right here, and up in one of those trees to the right of the bridge. And then up this hill, there will be an enemy behind these rocks, an enemy in here, and then a hollow on the ground right here. This lever will move that bridge to where we need it to be. There will be an enemy and a dog right here. And there will be an enemy right there as well. And we can drop down into this hut. There will be a Siam Knight in here that won't respawn once you kill it. It is guarding a poison moss and green blossom, a soul spear, and then the chest, which has a sublime bone dust in it. Yeah, this hollow that's running away from you, he can drop a few items like red eye orb, amber herb. It doesn't really matter. You don't have to worry about him. And then there's also a few items we can go get from over there as well. May as well. So there will be an enemy here and a hollow right here. The enemies that are over here are a little bit tougher. And there will be an enemy over here as well as a skeleton right here guarding a notched whip. And there will be 5 enemies in this area, each on top of one of these pillars, and one up there. And then we're not going to go over there yet. That's going to be a boss fight, and we're not going to go over there for now. Right, and then across this bridge, there is a bonfire in there, but this door will be locked, so we have to get the key for it, which I already did, but I'm going to show you how to get it. So you have to run across this bridge. There will be an enemy right across the bridge, an enemy right about here, 2 enemies, and a running away hollow here. And then when you walk up here, you'll be invaded by, I don't remember her name, but this corpse in the middle will give you the key to that room with the bonfire in it. Which we will go back to now. And inside is a bonfire and an NPC.
Who are you? I thought you were that bastard for a moment. You've set me free. Now I can find him. The cheeky prick. He won't know what hit him.
He's talking about Pate, by the way.
I am Crater, with Mirror. I travel from land to land to hone my blade. I've heard this land was full of danger. I thought it would suit me perfectly. I joined forces with a man on the way. He took the first chance he had. I decided to set a trap for him here. I can't believe that I was so... You be careful. There's this rather unusual ring. I've seen his type before. I'm sure I won't be his last victim. He's a paint. And don't you? Oh, fine.
You can learn his gesture.
Paint. And oh, fine.
Okay. And then there's a cave right here. There'll be some skeletons in here as well as curse pots. You should roll into these immediately before they curse you. Here's a magic mace and a titanite shard. There'll be a skeleton here, a skeleton here, a skeleton here, which past this is a bridge across to the other side. Skeleton archer at the end here with a curse pot. 2 skeletons here. This gate will be closed, so we're gonna have to go to... We have to use that bridge that we just saw. To get to the other side. And then running along this edge, there will be an enemy here, 2 enemies in here, as well as 2 hollows. They're non-hostile. There's a 2 flame butterflies in here. And run along here. There'll be an enemy up there. There'll also be necromancers that will keep the skeletons alive in the cave until you kill them. And once you kill them once, they don't respawn. And this is the next boss that will be fighting in a second here. But this is how you get to the other side of the cave. There'll be a few skeletons in here. This item, human effigy, 40 lacerating arrows, and 3 prism stones. And then over here is this flash shard and a lever to open that door. And we get a summon sign for Kraden now that we've talked to him. And then this little outcropping over here has combustion and 3 titanite shards. Alright, so the next boss is also a multi-boss, so we're going to want to... It's really easy, but we're still going to summon Crane and Bashful Ray for the split aggro. So we gotta run all the way back to Bashful Ray's summon sign on the hill. Alright, this is the Skeleton Lords. They're really easy. Like, so the boss health bar is just shared among a huge group of skeletons. And these 3 lords are just they're a part of the massive boss health bar. It's not hard at all. Like, you'd have to have some sort of illness to fail this boss fight, even solo. I literally just summoned because it makes it go quicker. There. Pretty underwhelming boss fight. And we can consume that boss soul with no consequences. Pick up whatever the skeletons dropped. And this corridor over here will lead you to the next area. Pull this lever to lower the bridge. We are now in Harvest Valley. And there's a bonfire right here. Alright, and now we must clear out this area, so I'll be back. Alright, now we're going to go through Harvest Valley and Earthen Peak. They're technically separate areas, but they're basically the same area, so... When you first come here, you'll see this woman right here. She is a Titanite trader. Oh, sorry, I had to sneeze. Anyway.
Are you a traveller? I'm Chloanne, an ore-stone trader. I travel about collecting wares. I never planned to visit this group, but I don't know. I must have just wandered. But now that I'm here... Oh, don't look. Many of these stones are quite useful. Oh, now your ears prick up. I've extras if you can pay.
But yeah, she sells Titanite charts. And you should buy them, because Titanite is useful. I'm not gonna
Visit me.
care about any of her other stuff though.
What?
And we
I
gotta
came
talk
here,
to her
the place
until
is
she
nothing.
says
Did
she's
you
gonna
just go
move.
back? These stones, maybe. Some of them are extreme. None of the differences leave. Triangle. How is it that I am? It's funny. I've searched every nook and cranny here. Perhaps we'll meet again. I've searched.
Yeah,
I
there we
suppose.
go. So there's a lot of fucking poison in this area, so the poison moss you get from killing the poison moths in Huntsman's Copse will be doing you a lot of favors here. So there'll be a skeleton up on this ledge that I'm currently on. There'll be 3 more down in the poison pit. There'll be a big ass enemy who likes to hurl hexes at you over there, and there'll be a few, I don't know their name, but they're enemies that crawl around on the ground. And then in this poison pit there's a bunch of skeletons with titanite shards and fading souls. And titanite chunk, which is important. There's a torch. Here's another titanite chunk. And coming in here, there's a skeleton right here. This pit doesn't serve much purpose. Although you can go in here and there's a chest. With fire seed and divine blessing in it. And then this corpse has fragrant wretch of yore and a torch. We come in here, Gavlan's in here. Next to him is a chest. Has a raw stone in it. And then we can just sell a bunch of excess stuff to him. Alright, once you're done with that, just making sure I didn't miss anything. No, I don't think I did. Anyway, and then you can come up here, this corpse is a torch. And up here there will be like 4 hollows and 2 desert pyromancy maidens. They're very dangerous. There'll be one right here and one up there. And up this ladder is a corpse with 10 hexing urns. And you have to climb this ladder to get to the desert pyromancy maiden. And there's also a lever up here you have to pull to open this. And once that's open, there's a bonfire to your right. And moving into the next section, there will be 3 crystal lizards here that drop titanite, so you want to kill them before they retreat into the holes with poison in them. Up here there will be another one of those big ass enemies that likes to throw hexes at you. Down here there is a chest. So it has poison stone and raw pine resin in it. Down here, soul of a nameless soldier, and there will be a skeleton down here as well. And in this little section there will be 4 of those big ass enemies with the hooked scythe. And some items, 5 life gems, 3 green blossoms, simpleton spice, large titanite shard. There'll be an enemy hiding in this one. Large soul of brave warrior, radiant life gem. This is the one you use to get out. And another skeptic's spice. Sorry. And then the corpse up here has petrified something. And then this way, another poison pit. Oh. Okay. I forgot you can't just walk into that one. Whoops. Trying to remember how to get to those items that are. Oh wait, you have to make the guy that's here break it with his hex orb. I don't think you can break it on your own. Yeah, I don't think you can break it on your own. All those items are lost. That's fine. Doesn't really matter. Oh, what you are supposed to do is make the guy throw a hex at you to break that wall. There will be a desert sorceress that hurling fireballs at you from way up there. Can't really do anything about it for now. In this pit there will be a skeleton, 2 of the big hexed plaguing guys. Here's the Titanite slab, that's very important. And also 2 enemies that are crawling on the ground. Titanite shard, chameleon, solar brave warrior, dragon charm, and a washing pole. And this little outcropping, human FG and large Titanite shard. In there, you have to drop down a pit. I believe it's this one right here. You have to drop down this pit. I can't see anything. Simpleton Spice. It's very hard to see through all the fucking poison. On this bridge there'll be a, I forget, I think it's Undead Craftsman or something. Over here you'll have a, I forget their name. Mannequin, that's what they're called. And in here there will be another Undead Blacksmith here. And now we've entered Earthen Peak. There will be a mannequin down there. Careful not to fall into the sludge. There's the only sludge you can walk in is at the very edge of these stairs. The rest of that is insta-kill stuff. You can walk in this sludge. In the corridors, 2 repair powders. And in this room is Lucatiel.
Still on the road. Sorry to have burdened you so. This is for you.
She gives a ring of steel protection, which is an upgrade. So we may as well put that on.
I found my thought. My memory of the curse is doing its work upon me. I am frightened if everything should fail. I had an older brother. He became the most decorated. I never beat him. But then, now I'm certain. If only someone would... My brother must have come here. Soon I may forget even about... If only someone... My brother must... Soon I... If only my...
And the Pharaoh's contraption right here that we can use the lockstone on. And there's a chest in here with poison bite ring and a soul of a proud knight. And there's a ladder right there. I'm not going to take it because I don't want to poison myself, but then you can go up these stairs. There will be 2 undead blacksmiths on this upper portion. But first, you can take this side path. And if you've played Dark Souls 1, this will be a very familiar sight. The Altar of Sunlight is here. And this is where you can join the Warriors of Sunlight. I'm just going to learn the gesture. I'm not going to enter the Covenant because I have no reason to. I've already platinumed the game, but that's where you would enter the Covenant. And it also happens to be the source of a very tedious grind for the Platinum Trophy. For the Sunlight medals that you need for, I believe it's Sunlight Spear that you need for the Miracles Trophy. I don't think there's an item to pick up, but I'm being delirious. I'm gonna check anyway. Yeah, there's no item to pick up here. Anyway, there is a boss fight up ahead. It's not hard at all, but I'm still gonna go rest at the bonfire. Alright, up here there'll be a desert sorceress up there hurling fire at you. You're gonna have to kill our poison bugs. There's gonna be one in this outcropping, one here. There's an item in this outcropping as well. Skeptic Spice. And we can jump to that little ledge there, you just have to be careful. But there'll be a poison bug right there. There'll be one of those big ass enemies at the end of the corridor, a mannequin right here. Careful not to step on that pressure plate. Why am I fat rolling? Oh, the Ring of Steel Protection, that's why. We can remove the bow for now, I'm not using it, but there'll be another mannequin in this corner. There's a soul in the name of soldier and 3 Titanite shards, and then there's a chest. There's a heavy crossbow +3 and some heavy bolts. Yep, that's why you don't want to hit that. And you gotta jump back over to this platform. I'm gonna go the long way around, I don't want to get poisoned. Alright, boss room's just up ahead. There's going to be a hollow right here, a mannequin in this corner, 2 poison bugs, and a guy crawling around on the floor. A chest right here, which is trapped, and there's a torch inside of it. Anyway. This next boss fight is extremely easy. It's against this Jabba the Hutt looking ass. Yeah, it's a fucking joke. Like, yeah. And you have to, like, actively try to get killed in this fight. He rolled on me a few times there. Would you stop it? He started spamming his rolling stuff, but yeah, you actively have to try to get yourself killed in that boss fight. It's just anyway, very simple boss. And after that, the rest of the Earthen Peak opens up to you. And there's a bonfire right here. And with that, I'm reached the point where I'm no longer going to be clearing out enemies and areas, so I'm going to live stream the rest of this series. Probably. Will I start stream tonight? Nah, it's midnight. I'm gonna save it for tomorrow. But I'm gonna start live streaming the rest of this series now that we're past the point of clearing out enemies. So, see you guys next time.